Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. Today we're taking a look at a watch that combines one of Seiko's most iconic everyday designs with a playful twist, the Seiko 5 Sports Pepsi SSK047 GMT. If you caught my review of the SRPL99, I'll leave that link below. You probably noticed a few familiar thoughts here because both watches share a lot in terms of packaging, feel, and overall execution. Just like that other one, the Pepsi collaboration comes in a really fun collector style bottle that immediately makes the unboxing feel special. It's one of those little touches that shows Seiko knows how to make a limited edition feel exciting right out of the gate. The moment you take the watch out of the bottle, you can tell it's got that classic Seiko 5 Sports DNA, rugged, reliable, and versatile. The matte black case and red and blue bezel instantly catch your eye. It feels familiar if you ever own an SKX or one of the newer 5KX models. On my 6 7/8 inch wrist, this watch wears almost identically to the iconic SKX007, which is to say really comfortably. Despite the bold dimensions on paper, Seiko's case design makes it wearable. The curvature of the lugs and the balanced proportions really help it hug the wrist nicely. Now, I'll be honest, I actually prefer this GMT version over the standard Seiko 5. The black case with that Pepsi colored bezel are what do it for me. The black dial, black case, and pops of red for the GMT hand all come together beautifully. But like I mentioned in the SRPL99 review, the Pepsi branding on the dial still feels unnecessary. Yes, it's kind of cool that Seiko can actually put Pepsi on the dial, something Rolex can't legally do with their own Pepsi GMT. But unless you work for Pepsi or got this as a gift from the company, that logo feels more like a gimmick rather than a design element. Let's talk specs because that's where Seiko really nailed the balance between practicality and comfort. The case measures 42.5 millimeters. It's 46 millimeters from lug to lug, and the thickness is 13.6 millimeters. It's not a small watch, but the proportions work well. The lug to lug distance keep it nicely contained on the wrist, and in between the lugs it measures 22 millimeters, so swapping straps is easy if you ever want to ditch the stock one. The total weight is around 160 grams, which actually feels lighter than you expect given the size. It's got enough heft to feel solid, but not so much that it becomes tiring to wear. And of course, it's water resistant up to 100 meters. Perfectly fine for swimming or day-to-day use, though it's not designed for serious diving. Inside is powered by Seiko's in-house 4R34 automatic caliber. It's a reliable workhorse that hacks, hand winds, and offers about 41 hours of power reserve. It's the same movement used across the Seiko 5 GMT lineup, which means parts and servicing won't ever be an issue. The case is stainless steel with a hard black coating that gives it a stealthy tool watch vibe. Up top, you get Seiko's Harlex crystal, not sapphire, but it's durable and does a good job handling daily wear. Around the dial, the bezel insert carries that iconic red and blue Pepsi colorway, though on this model it's slightly darker and more muted than on the SRPL model, which really helps the overall design look cohesive. The dial itself is well executed, clean, legible, and balanced. The applied hour markers are filled with Seiko's signature Lumibright, and as usual, the lume performance is excellent. The hands are proportionate and painted blue. When the light hits it, they look really cool, and that red GMT hand adds just the right amount of contrast without overpowering the rest of the dial. The watch comes on a black rubber strap that's actually embossed with the Pepsi logo, and while the strap is soft, flexible, and comfortable to wear, the branding itself is definitely not subtle. The big Pepsi lettering across the strap feels a bit excessive for me personally. I think a simple Seiko signed strap or a stainless steel bracelet would have given the watch a more versatile everyday look. That said, comfort-wise is great. The lightweight feel combined with the case shape make it one of those watches you can easily wear every day without feeling bulky. As expected from Seiko, the lume here is excellent. It's bright, long-lasting, and evenly applied across the hands and indices. If you're someone who appreciates that glowing Seiko lume at night, this one doesn't disappoint. As far as functionality, the GMT complication works as expected. The additional hand lets you track a second time zone, which is super useful for travel or if you just want to keep an eye on another region's time. The bezel action is smooth, and the overall feel of the watch gives off that classic Seiko reliability, the kind of confidence that comes from decades of solid engineering. It's not flashy in the luxury sense, but it's the kind of watch you know you can throw on and forget about, whether you're traveling, working, or relaxing on the weekend. Before we continue, I do want to thank my friends over at GQ Jewelers for letting me borrow this watch. They're located in San Diego, California, and carry multiple watch brands from micro brands to luxury brands and everything in between. Please do me a favor and go follow them on Instagram. Thank you. Overall, I really like this watch. I actually prefer it over the SRPL99 I reviewed earlier because the GMT function adds both utility and character. It's a fun, limited edition piece, only 7,000 were made, and I genuinely think these will become collectible in the long run. My only real gripe remains that oversized Pepsi branding, especially on the strap. It just feels unnecessary for what's otherwise such a clean, well-designed watch, but beyond that, the overall execution is fantastic. It's comfortable, well-built, powered by a reliable in-house movement, and wears beautifully even on smaller wrists. The lume is strong, the finishing is solid, and it has that undeniable Seiko charm, the kind of charm that makes you smile every time you glance down at your wrist. If you're into Seiko, Pepsi collaborations, or just want a dependable automatic GMT with real-world versatility, this one is absolutely worth checking out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment section, do you think this Pepsi branding adds character or takes away from the watch? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Be safe out there and stay humble.